today we are trying to install this again. So some people don't know which trim piece to remove because our pictures did not show from out. We did not zoom in from a wider distance. So this time we are trying to let you know which trim piece specifically to remove. So actually in the trunk area, we are removing this one and the one on top here. And these two pieces are very easy to remove. So for this one, you can just pull straight out. And then it can be removed. And for this one, there are two clips inside that you need to use the pry to pry it out. Here. Just above the light. Here, you can, yes, this place. So on both sides. Loosen it a little bit by prying here, and then you can simply pull it out. So after this one, you can pull this one. It's very easy after you remove it. We found that it's easier to remove it from the lower end first. So basically, it's very easy. You find the hole and then insert a flat head driver. Pull out a little bit and then pull it out. So in our newer version of kit, we don't have the extension cable anymore. So the shorter cable go with the right side, and the one with longer cable, it go with the left side. Okay, as we mentioned before, there are two ways to run the wire. We may not be so clear, so I want to say it again. The first method is to run here. Oh, by the way, you can cut this thing off if you want. Yes. So the first method, we run behind the rubber line from here. You make a little hole and then put it inside. This is the first method. Both cables go inside here into the trunk area, which is the right side here. Okay, remember here, what is this? This is the plug of the light. So in order to remove it, sometimes when you pull this, it will come off. In case it don't, you just need a flathead screwdriver. So here there's a gap, so you just press downward and then pull this out. So for the wire, you can run from here to this hole here. This one. So there's a set of wire that we need to run from here, from this hole, out to here, and along the rubber tube to the liftgate area. And this is the wire that we talk about. You can see the wire with this color hat connector. In the older version, you can see the difference. We updated it. In the older version, it's connected with the connector. And in the newer version, we removed the connector. So you can run the wire. It's easier for you to run the wire to the liftgate first. And then after you run it to the liftgate area, you can plug it in. We will show it later how to do it. There are two heads here. So we remove both of this head, two head, which was this head here and this head here. And you can see the color sequence here, in case you don't know. Okay, to run the wire through rubber tube, it's better if we cut the strip here first, and then we tie them together later. So we leave this portion of the wire to the trunk area, and you can see this connector is optional. If you want to add a button to the in the cabin area, you can use this connector. We will talk about it later. And this red head is to the buzzer. And also, in case if you have the older version of the wire and you found that too difficult to run the wire inside this rubber tube, you can always cut the wire first, cut this two wire, run through it, and then connect them back later when they comes to this area. So actually, in my opinion, this is the most difficult part of the install. Because the tube is so long and it's not that easy to run the wire. But the trick is to do it from the top side, run it down. It's easier. And if you want, you can apply some dish detergent as a lubricant, and you will run a lot easier. And actually, it's not difficult. It's just annoying. Yeah. It just takes time. Yeah. So we finally finished running through the rubber tube. We strongly suggest you to use a lubricant, dish detergent. It will make the work a lot easier. Today we didn't prepare detergent and it took us quite a long time to run this. But after you run through here, you can continue to insert here. With the newer cable type, now is the time to connect the wire back to the connector. So from this side on the right is yellow, red, and black. So this is how you connect it. The yellow side up, up, here. Don't forget yellow side at the top. You insert it and then try to pull it, and it should be secured. Yellow and then red. And then finally the black one. Okay. So after that, you insert the yellow. Let's double check. Yes. So yellow, red, and black. Okay. Another hat is this one, and the color sequence I'll show you later. But here, from the left to right, we insert black, white, green, and blue. Let me double check. We have an existing old version of wire here. Yes. Okay. Until you hear the click sound, and then try to pull each wire and make sure it's secure. This one we connect to the wire connector. The white one. So we unplug this cable, you press here and then pull it out and insert it here, and then insert another end of here back to here. For this wire, we will connect to the adder button later. So we'll leave it here first. And for the purple wire, right now in the old version of wiring, we unplug this. Not this one, this connector. You unplug it by pressing. Yes. So tap the purple wire into the green wire here. So you can use any wire tapping tool to do this. This is called post-it tap. You can buy it from Amazon. And it's really easy to tap into the wire. So like this. So after that, you insert this wire head back to here. And in our newer version of wire set, we'll include this wire here. So for this one, you don't need to tap into the OEM wire anymore. You basically just connect this wire connector to here. And then we will include this in the newest version of our kit, and you can run the wire by doing this. And then for this hat, we insert back into this hat. Now we are going to remove the headlight to run the strap wire. So sometimes this screw is a little bit difficult to unscrew. In case of that, use a clamp and then screw it. After you loosen it, you can just use your hand to unscrew it. Okay, so here is the first one, and then we pull out the carpet here. It's really easy to pull because we remove the trim. And here, there's another 2 8mm. Okay, here. So here, you can see there's a plug. This is for the tail light. So you press here and pull it out, unplug it first, and then you see here there is 1 and 2 8mm bolts. Just unscrew them. So after you remove the connector, 2 8mm bolts, you can remove the tail light just by pulling it. So now we can run the wire. You can see that in the wire we have this rubber thing. This is for you in case you want to drill a hole here. But as we mentioned in our previous video, you can actually run the wire in this hole. And this connector can still go through. So we decided to use this hole instead of drilling a new hole. So we run through the wire. You can cut this out later. Just remove this later. And then we can run the wire from here along here. And to the trunk, right trunk area where we will put the control box later. So we leave it here first. Same thing for the right headlight. Remove this part and then run the wire into that hole, into this area. So you run the wire to here after removing the tail light. To run the wire into this hole, in our experience, it's better to run it from the trunk side to here. If you run it this side, when you put back the tail light, it will not fit perfectly. If you do it like this, it's a lot better. So now we are going to run the power wire. So here, the power wire consists of 2 parts. One is the ground, which is here. Actually, to do the ground, you do it here. This is a 10mm bolt. So basically you unscrew this part. Okay, you insert here and then tighten it again. And for the other side, which is this head, this is how you run it. You can run the wire run along inside here. So here is the power wire end. This is the purple head here. And then the other end, we just bring it inside here. Into the cabin area. This side. Here. Run along here in the cabin area. One hand. So here, you can run it here. So tuck it inside. Right here. You can use the pry tool to tuck it in, but in this case we can use bare hand to do it. And in here, we don't want to go up, so we'll do it here from this side. We pull out a little bit here, and we tuck it in. And then we continue to run it here. So last time we teach you how to run the cable to the front through here. You pull out this carpet, you find this thing, you make a little hole and run the wire into it. This time we'll show you another easier method. Here is how you run the wire to the ring. And then you remove this cover. And then connect the battery here. Here, you insert this head into this hole. And then on this side, you do the battery. So to be safe, you can remove the negative terminal first. This is an 8mm bolt. Remove the negative terminal and then you unscrew this, plug it in, and then connect the negative terminal at last. This is a 10mm bolt. You just unscrew it, unplug it, and then now we are going to loosen the positive terminal here. Okay, loosen it a little bit and then plug that in. And on here, this end, you just insert here. And then now we are going to tighten the positive terminal again. Okay, so now here is secured. And we can connect the negative terminal again. Okay, so the front part is done, and then you can insert everything inside. And put back the cover. This is the top 45 screw. So unscrew it. This is the original lock tag. We are going to change it to our provided one. So screw it back, align the hole. Okay, so for this one, you also hide it inside this area. So the last thing is to run the CAN bus wire. So starting from the trunk, right trunk area, you run through this. We forgot to mention it's better to run here. So you need to pry out these clips here and then run it inside. Let me show you. Okay, so you can run the wire from here. And basically, for the strut wire, it's also the same. You run from here to here, go all the way from here to the right front area. So now, after you go from here, it's actually the same as running the power wire. You just run in the opposite side. So you run it inside the carpet lining, and then in the back seat area, so it's basically the same process. You go from here to here. And all the way to the floor area. So same step here, you pull this out a little bit. can run it under here. And to the front along the floor. So after that you can cut this back. Okay, so basically it's the same. So now let me show you how to get to the canvas. So here is the same. You pry this. And then remove this cover by simply pulling it out. And then remove this clip. After you loosen it, you can pull this trim out. So after you remove these 3 pieces, you can run the remaining wire along with the factory cable here. And then for this one, the yellow, you can cut it out. It's useless. So just connect the 10H and 10L. So in our kit, we will label which one is which. Like here, the yellow wire is 10L, and the white wire, white and red wire is 10H. So this is the footrest, and this is all the cable here. We are looking at the one in the innermost, this one. So here you can see that this 2 wire is the one that we want to tap, the blue and the purple here. So the 10L wire, we tap it into the purple wire, and the 10H wire, we tap it into the blue wire. So make sure it's secured, and then we can put back the cover. So we'll put the extra wire underneath here. Or you can put the extra portion of wire in the back. And then we cut the yellow. Since the touchscreen only allows you to open and not closing it, and this is the optional step, you can use another button that we included for the front part. So this one you connect to this connector head. So this cable you can run along with the canvas cable. So I won't demonstrate how to do it because it's just the same. So you can run all the way to the front. You can put the button wherever you want, but you need to drill a hole with the drill head that we include. So let's try this. So, or you can just put it here. Yeah, it's up to you. Yes, if you don't feel comfortable drilling holes, you can just put it here for you to use it. So let's try here. Now you can close it. So here is where we put the controller. The latch inside here, somewhere inside. And we run all the wire. This is the foot sensor wire. So we hide everything inside here. And after that, we can start to put everything back. We have already put the tail lights back. And now, let's do the rest. Okay, remember the lights connector, connect it back. So in case the white clip is stuck in here, it's pretty difficult to remove. So what we suggest is you just remove the green one and put it back. And then for the white one, you just slide it back. The final piece left is this one. So let's just align it here. Align this to the hole here. And then put this clip back. And on the other side also. Sorry. Align this hole here with this one. Oh. Yes, and then put it here. Yes. And then until it clicks, and then push the other. Okay. In our last video, we forgot to mention how to connect the buzzer. It's just the little red connector here. You just plug it in, and it can work. Yeah. So it's just for the beep sound of the electric tailgate.